Good evening and welcome back to the Highline Activity Center. It is junior varsity volleyball here on the Highline Activity Network, as they will be actually a little ahead of schedule. We were going to be 6 o'clock because of the length of the C squad and ninth grade, but we are going to get started here. First serve coming up between Red River and Valley City on senior night. And again, if you were watching earlier during the ninth grade and the C squad, and you had the wide shot on playside.com, just a reminder, when you go back to the website, you need to pick Valley City GoCam to watch and enjoy this match here and the varsity match to follow. So we are about set to go. Red River, they are going to be in their blacks to the left, Highliners in their dark blues to the right. Junior varsity volleyball here tonight on the Highline Activity Network on this senior night. And we are set, ready to go and get things underway. And the serve on the way, and here we go. Borg up front, running up. Potritz blocked at the net, tip. Red River dumping it over off the ball, just kind of worked its way down the line, and Bergeron put it away for the kill. 1-0 Red River, and the serve. Far side and wide. Service error. Point Valley City. 1-1 Highliners. I'll have Josie Klein back to serve. Serving 1-1 in the opening set here in the three-setter. Set to the far side. Attack cross court. Borg gets it back from Potretz. Borg on the attack and the kill. Joey Borg with the kill. Point for Valley City. Elizabeth Newell is up front, as is Haley Johnson up front for the Riders, along with Brooklyn Bergeron. And you're there, Amber Johnson on the set. The attack dug out by Coca. Klein to the back row. And over by Potretz here to the near side. Red River into the corner by Johnson. Now Potretz setting it up. Borg on the attack. In the receive, the dig here to the front. There's a pass set up by Newell and into the net. Dropped in, point Valley City. 3-1 Highliners by 2. And serving, Josie Klein serving 3-1 in set 1. Riders here to the near side. Up and over on the bump set by Johnson. Now Potretz setting it up on the attack. Tessa Olsen in the kill. Olsen actually went long. The sophomore went long on the attack. Attacker, point Riders. Now Brooklyn Bergeron, the junior outside hitter, 5'8", will send back to the line and serve for Red River, serving 3-2-3 in the first set. Potretz serve, dumped over by Thorson. Now Johnson setting it here near side. Tipped over by Newell. Back to the Highliners. Potretz to Borg. Borg hit the net. That was dropped in. And a block at the net for the point. Point Riders were tied at 3. And serving. And Bergeron to serve. Potretz sets it up for Borg. Borg through the block attempt. Gets the kill. Joey Borg picking up the kill. Her second. 4-3 Valley City. That'll send Katie Coca back to the service line to serve 4-3 in the opening set. The libero, wearing the red libero jersey, will send it over. And the libero is Karen Lee for the Rough Riders. And they'll get a point on the free ball. 4-4 tied here in the set 1. And now Lee, 5'6", will go back and serve. This is a middle hitter, but wearing the libero jersey here in this one. Here's a free ball off the receive, and they're going to get a point. That one went off of Noel and went out. That'll be a point for Valley City, and Tessa Olsen will go back to serve, serving 5-4 in the opening set. Olsen, the left-hander, with the serve on the way, long. Service there, side out, point Riders. 5-5 is your score. Here in the opening set. Substitution. Maggie Barker will come in front row for the Riders. And Grace Schindler will come in and take the ball and go back to serve. joins Jordan Wilson in the back row, along with Lee. And the serve on the way, Coca received. And tipped over by Martinick. Here to the near side, punched over by Johnson. That's going to be 5 hits for the Highlanders. And, of course, you're only allowed 3. Actually, Maggie Barker get the kill. So back to serve, Grace Schindler, 5'7", junior outside hitter, serving 6'5" in the opening set. Coca, pass. Olsen, set near side. And then Larson into the net. Grace Meyer, actually, her left-hand tip went into the net. Point for the Riders. 7-5 advantage to Red River. Schindler with the serve. Olsen, bump set. Meyer into the net. Back-to-back attack errors by Grace. And it's 8-5 Riders, and the Valley City Highlanders take a timeout. 8-5, Red River leading here in the opening set. We're back with more volleyball act from the Hack on the Highlander Activity Network. Back here at the Hack, we're in the opening set. 8-5, Red River with the lead on a 4-point run right now. There's an attack long for Grace Meyer. Well, that's 3 straight attack errors by the lefty. And that will send Grace Schindler back to serve. Highlanders on the attack down the line by Borg. Jovi Borg just wide. That was right in front of the line judge. 10-5, Red River up by 5. And a serve on the way. Here's Olsen tipping it over. Pass by Wilson to the middle. Over by Tilbert. Tiebert into the middle. Olsen attacking. Borg. Now the Riders get it over. Free ball for Valley City. Klein pass. Set. Olsen on the attack. And the kill in the corner by Abby Martinick. Martinick getting the kill. That snapped the 6-point run by the Riders. Now it's 6-10. Valley City trailing by 4. Jovi Borg back to serve. Serving 6-10 in the opening set. And a little mini jump serve on the way. On the receive, the dig by Lee. And then there's an attack by the left-hander from the far side. I think that was Maggie Barker on the kill. Barker coming up with the kill from the far side for the Riders. They go up 11-6. Now we'll bring Brooklyn Bergeron back into the front row. And St. Paige Hyde back to serve, the 5'5 sophomore. And she'll send it over. Here's Borg. Olsen, back set. Martinick on the attack. Lee with the dig. Back set by Schindler. And cross-court left hand by Barker. Back to Valley City. And at the net, Meyer gets it over. Now Schindler. Lee set. Far side. Nope. Then looked like Bergeron was set to get it over, but beaten there. Wilson get it. Cross-court by Meyer. On the far side, Bergeron set middle. Here's attack by Barker, and she is blocked at the net by Martinick. Abby Martinick with the ace block. 7-11. Highlanders by 4. I'll take a slushie. Back to serve is Martinick. Serving 7-11 in the opening set. The sophomore got it over. Barely. Schindler back to the middle. Over by Tibbert and into the net, actually. Lauren Tibbert sends it into the net. Point Valley City, 8-11. Highlanders down by 3. Martinick back to serve. The right-hander with the serve on the way. Pass by Hyde. Now Lee gets it over. Martinick, back row dig. Set by Meyer. And Borg got it over. Nice dig by Lee. Schindler on the set, on the attack. Dug there. On the near side by Sather. Now Sather gets it over. Abby and out for a while. Back getting her good to get her back in the lineup. And there's a tip and over by Berger. Berger dropped it over right in front of the back row. And the point for the Riders makes it 12-8. Brings Katie Koka indefensively to the back row for Valley City. And now taking the ball, going back to serve for the Riders, Lauren Tibbert. And the junior sends it over. Koka receives. Here's a pass by Olsen at the net. Thorson. Back to the Riders. Schindler set in the middle, into the net by Shaw. That'll be 4 hits against the Riders. 12-9. Valley City down by 3. That will bring in Potritz. She'll go back, and Meyer goes to the bench. And Drew back to serve. The sophomore setter serving 9-12 in the first set. And Bergeron. Schindler, near side, Berger down the line. There's Borg. Potritz setting it up. Sather, top of the net. That'll be 4 hits against double contact, actually called against Abbey. So a point for Red River. They go up 13-9. And a couple of substitutions here for Grand Forks Red River. Elizabeth Newell comes back into the front row. And here's a serve near side for Valley City. Borg to Potritz. Setting it on the attack. Olsen on the back row. The dig. Now it's attacking there is Bergeron in the point. Bergeron gets the kill. And it's 14-9 Red River. Amber Johnson, the 5'8 junior, will go back and serve. So Johnson serving 14-9 in the first set. There's Thorson at the net, and Thorson got it over, and the free ball, Bergeron couldn't tip it over. Her and Shaw were both there, and it'll drop in for a Highliner point off the side out, 10-14 Valley City. Josie Klein back in, and will go back and serve for the Highliners. Serving 10-14 in the first set. Serve, far side, Lee, Johnson, and they were going the wrong direction. They went backwards, and that'll be a point for Valley City. 11-14, Highliners lead. We're in the opening set. Junior varsity volleyball here on the Highliner Activity Network. Back serving Josie Klein. And the right-hander with the serve. And that's going to be an ace. That one's going to go off the fingertips of Paige Hyde and the ace. Hyde, Johnson, and Lee are in the back row right now for the Riders. Shaw, Bergeron, and Newell up front. Here's a serve, hit the top of the net. Free ball by Bergeron, over by Thorson. Now Lee gets it to Johnson. Johnson, and punched over by Newell. For the Highliners, pass to Potritz. On the far side, Tessa Olsen on the attack. Now Lee will set it here, near side, attack Newell. There's Koch on the dig. Potritz setting it near side, attack Borg. Back road, Hyde, Johnson to Lee, gets it over. Free ball, Valley City. Koka, set Potritz in the middle. Borg on the attack, and the kill. Joey Borg with the kill for Valley City. Highliners with 3-4 in a row have cut the lead down to 1, 13-14 with Klein serving. Klein with the serve. Just got it over. Bergeron, Johnson, Newell over. Now Klein for the Highliners. Potritz to the middle. Thorson over. Free ball for Red River. Lee, Johnson, middle. Off the attack. Shaw to the Highlanders. Tipped over by Borg. Johnson sent by Lee far side. Bergeron attacking. Back row. Koch on the dig. Now Potritz to the Highlanders. Set for Borg on the attack. That's a kill going off Lee off the back wall. Kill number 3 for Joey Borg here in the opening set. We are tied at 14. 5-point run for Valley City. And have tied it 14-14. And the serve up over. Lee for the Riders. Johnson will back set. On the attack, Newell way long. And hit the baseline of the basketball court. Bergeron on that attack. So the point for Valley City makes it 15-14. 6-0 run here for the Highliners to take a 1-point lead. And the serve by Klein on the way. Newell, Johnson, set backside. Bergeron on the attack. Off Klein, Potritz into the net. The attack here, side out. Riders even things up, 15-15 in the opening set. And to serve, Brooklyn Bergeron here to the near side. Potritz set. Borg on the attack through the block, gets her fourth kill actually. Oh, they're going to call a net violation on Jovi. So take away the kill, and Jovi's going to be called for the net violation. 16-15, 1 point lead for Red River. They need a substitution to get their server in here, I think. They're actually going to tell Jordan Wilson to go back and serve. Grace Schindler, I think, came in that normal rotation to go back and serve, but it'll be Jordan Wilson, the junior defensive specialist, serving. Potritz with the set. Jovi Board on the attack. Blocked at the net. Here to the near side. Lee gets it to the middle. And then over by Wilson. High free ball for the Highlanders. Koka. Potritz. Back set. Tessa Olsen. No, actually went over the net. And then dropped in. They're actually going to go line and net violation by Tessa Olsen. So that'll be a point for Red River. They take a 17-15 lead. So after the 6-point run for the Highlanders, they take a 1 point lead. 3 point run here by the Riders. Up by 3. Served by Wilson. Receive. Free ball over. Here's Potritz for the Highlanders. Olsen bump set near side. Borg on the attack and the kill. Jovi Borg, that'll be her 4th kill here in the opening set. That'll bring Martinick into the front row. Thorson will sit down. Katie Koka will go back and serve for Valley City. 17-16. Red River leading by 1 here in the first set. Junior City Volleyball tonight from the Hack on what is going to be senior night. Here's the serve on the way by Koka. Johnson, set middle. Shaw on the attack. No, into the net. Attack here. Point Valley City. We're tied 17-17. And Koka, the 8th grader, serving it up. And the ace. Dropped it in front of Wilson on the diving attempt on the receive. 3 point run for the Highlanders. They go up by 1, 18-17. Koka with the serve. Up and over. There's a Wilson, and no, that's going to be an ace for Katie Koka. And at the 19-17, Highliner lead by 2 here in set number 1. Koka back to serve. Jump serve on the way to that corner. Wilson as time receives. Johnson set far side into the near corner hide. Now back Potritz for the Highlanders, setting it up for Borg. Borg blocked at the net. Martinick. And no, they're going to call 4 hits on the Highlanders. Was not blocked. 4 hits on Valley City. It'll be 19-18. Highlanders 1 point lead. Going back to serve will be Kieran Lee. And the right-hander who's liberoing tonight. If that is a word, I just made it up. Near Martinick sends it over far side. Now Wilson off the free ball for the Highlanders. Another free ball at the net. Tipped over and dropped in there at the middle by Lauren Tibbert. And if you get a chance to watch tonight, you got to watch the varsity. As the varsity head coach, Heather Chatham for Red River, she'll dance on the sideline. She runs up and down this. It's almost like she's another player. Actually, it's kind of entertaining. Win, lose, or draw. In the middle, on the attack, Tibbert. Here are the Highlanders. Klein sending it. Potritz backing up. Borg tipping it over the blockers. Right there is Lee, or Johnson to Lee. She'll set it up. Hyde on the attack. Big Klein. Back to the middle. Potritz running up. Martinick gets it over. Free ball here for the Riders. Johnson will set far side. On the attack, Hyde and long. Was it tipped? No, it was not. Point Valley City. 20-19. Highlanders by 1. That'll bring Grace Meyer back into the front row, and we'll send Tess Olsen back to serve. Olsen serving 20-19 in the first set. Serve on the way. Lee receives. Pass to Johnson. She'll set it near side on the cross-court attack by Newell. And a net violation there in the Highlanders. That'll be a point for the Riders. We're tied at 20. 20-20 is your score. Red River and Valley City. In comes Grace Schindler. She'll go back and serve. Also checking in, Maggie Barker comes in front row. Here's a serve by Schindler. Koka receives. Olsen back to the middle, over by Borg. And wide. Point, Riders 21-20. Riders by 1. Vanessa Koka, coach of the JV, says timeout. Timeout on the floor taken by Valley City. 21-20 advantage to the Riders. Back with more Highlander Volleyball on the Highlander Activity Network. Back here at the Highline Activity Center, having fun on a Thursday night. Our only broadcast here this evening, or this week. Here's Olsen setting it near side. Martinick into the net. Point there for the 22-20, 3-point run here for Red River. And Grace Schindler, the junior, back to serve, serving 22-20 per set. Borg, back to Borg from Martinick, over. Free ball, Red River. Lee, Schindler, back set, on the attack Barker, long, point Valley City. 21-22, Valley City by one, trailing by one. And that will send Josie Klein back to serve. Pardon me, that's Jovi Borg, number 7. Borg back serving, 21-22. Over. Lee receives, no, hits it out. That's an ace for Jovi Borg. We're tied at 22. 22-22. Set number 1. Borg serving for the Highliners. Freshman outside hitter. Serves it up. Lee receives this time. Schindler, set middle. On the attack. It was blocked there of Tibbert. Now over. Here's a free ball for the Highliners. Coca. Olsen, set near side. Sather goes cross court. Hyde, set middle. Tibbert on the attack for the Riders. Up and long. Point Valley City. 3 in a row for the Highliners. 23-22. They take a 1-point lead here in the first set. Now we'll send Borg to serve. Lee, high. Archer on the receive. And Wilson over by Schindler. Free ball, Valley City. Olsen set, far side. Cross court by Meyer. Now Schindler will set it up. Wilson gets it over for Red River. Coca gets it to Olsen. Set middle. Martinick on the attack. And the kill. It was tipped there. Both Lee and Schindler, or Wilson, hit it. 24-22. It is a 2-point lead for Valley City. And it is set point. Jovi Borg serving, set point 24-22. Serve on the way into the corner. Wilson. Back to the middle. Tibbert over. Free ball, Valley City. Coca. Pass. Olsen. Back set. Meyer on the attack. That goes wide. Point. Red River. Set point number 2. 23-24. Paige Hyde to serve. Serving 23-24. Serve on the way. Sather. Pass. Olsen. Back set. Martinick on the attack. And the kill. Abby Martinick with the kill. And the Highliners take the first set 25-23 and lead the match 1-0. We'll step aside. Coming back. Set number 2 on the way. The Highliners and the Riders from the Activity Network. Paul McDonald back with you here at the Highlander Activity Network at the Hack. Boston Larson, our cameraman, technical director, Derek Baer, making sure I do things right tonight as he is on hand. We are set for set number 2. Valley City taking the first set, 25-23. And again, senior night tonight. After this match, we'll be doing a quick wrap, shutting down the stream, and then get ready for the series honoring the 3 seniors, Rachel Byerly, Dylan Deagle, and Peyton Peterson. And then we'll have that varsity match coming up tonight. And the Highlanders again trying to see if they can't get themselves in that top 5 and avoid a play-in match on the 6th of November here at the Highlander Activity Center. Valley City will be serving. Drew Potritz back serving first as we get ready for this second set. Lee, pass to Johnson. She'll set it up. Bergeron on the attack. On the dig is Klein. And Potritz kept from going under the net, kept it alive. Now back to Johnson in the middle. On the attack is Shaw. Here's Borg for the Highlanders with the dig, but a little bit too far for Tessa Olsen to get to. And it's a point for Red River. I'll send Amber Johnson back to serve, serving 1-0 here in set number 2. Johnson, the setter, sends it over. Borg to the net, and then Potritz, it went into the net, couldn't dig it out or pick it out. 2-0 Red River. Johnson serving. Amber, 5'8", junior setter with the serve. Here's Borg. Again, this time good pass. Potritz set middle. Thorson gets it over. Here's Hyde. Johnson back set. On the attack, Newell. Koka on the dig. Thorson sets it here near side for Klein. Josie gets it up, over, and long. Point Red River, 3-0. Riders up by 3. And Amber Johnson will go back and serve 3-0 in set number 2. Serving from left to right. Serve on the way. Just got it over. Off Thorson. Off Potritz. And the Riders wanted an illegal hit. Didn't get it. Set middle. Shaw into the net. Point. Valley City. I think right there was Hadley Thorson on the defensive block. 1-3. Highlanders down by 2. Need to put it up on the scoreboard, gang. And the serve on the way by Klein. Free ball to the net. Nope. And Hadley Thorson mistimed her jump. And it'll be a point for the Riders. Now 4-1. Red River leading by 3. And Brooklyn Bergeron back to serve. And the right-hander serves it into the corner near side. Borg. Pass. Potritz tipping it over the blockers. And now Bergeron into the near corner. Coco was right there. Gets it to Borg. She'll set it for Olsen. Tipping it. And up Lee. Now Johnson dead. Newell dropping it in. There's Borg pass to Potritz. Setting it up near side. Borg on the attack. And it was tipped on the back row. It'll be a point for Valley City. Well, I thought they said tipped, but apparently, yeah, they did. So it was a point for Valley City. Should be 4. Well, now they're changing it. The line judge on the far side said tip, but must have been overruled. So it's 5-1 Red River. Here's the serve by Bergeron. To the net. Potritz can't pick it out again. The receive by Borg goes into the net. Timeout, Vanessa Coca and the Highlanders. 6-1. Red River leading here in the second set. Back with more Highlander Volleyball on the Highlander Activity Network. We come out of the timeout. Brooklyn Bergeron serving here for Grand Forks Red River, serving 6-1 here in set 2. Potritz set middle, tipped over by Olsen. Hyde, Johnson set middle. Shaw on the attack, and the kill by Shaw. Elizabeth Shaw, the 6-footer, with the kill. And Red River leads 7-1 here in the second set. Back serving. Brooklyn Bergeron serving it up and sends it wide. Service error. That'll be a point for the Rough Riders. 2-7. 5-point lead for Red River. Hadley Thorson back to serve for Valley City. Serves it up. Lee, free ball now here for the Highliners. Olsen. Potritz, bump set. Back to Olsen on the attack. Lee with the dig. Gets it to Johnson. Johnson sets it for Hyde. Tipping it cross court and in. Paige Hyde with the kill there on the cross court tip. 8-2. Riders by 6. And serving, Kieran Lee. Send it over. Here's Coca receives. Potritz, bump set, off the attack. Borg, and the kill. Unofficially, Abjobi with 5 kills tonight. And it is now 3-8. Highlanders down by 5. Back to serve will be Tess Olsen. Tessa, the left-hander, with the serve here. Wilson tipped over by Lee, or by Johnson. Now Martinick gets it to Meyer. Meyer was blocked at the net. Olsen will set near side. Borg attacking. Here's Lee on the dig. Free ball at the net. Tipped over by Meyer, and Grace Meyer gets the kill. 4-8. Highlanders down by 4. And now for Valley City. Tessa Olsen serving. The right side hitter, sophomore, into the net. A low serve. Service error, side out. 9-4. Riders up by 5. That will bring Barker into the front row, and Schindler will go back and serve and take over the setter duties. This 6-2 offense by Red River. And Schindler with the serve. There's Coca receives. Olsen set middle. Martinick on the attack. Cross court. Wilson pass to Schindler. She'll set it up. Hyde goes tipped at the net. Right back over by Martinick, and they're going to call a net violation by Hyde. So up there for Valley City. 5-9. Highlanders down by 4. And Jovi Borg will go back and serve. Serving 5-9 in set 2. A jump serve on the way. Received by Wilson. Schindler went over the line. Nothing called, but it doesn't matter. They did call it. Yep, they did blow the whistle. As Schindler was a good step over the line. Sometimes they won't call it if it doesn't affect the play, but that time it did. So it is 6-9 Highlanders with Borg serving. Lee receives far side. Kept into the middle by Barker. Now over. Valley City on the attack. Olsen will set middle. On the attack, there's Martinick. With the dig, Wilson. Tipped over by Barker. Kept alive, Olsen at the net. No, too wide for Martinick to get to. And it's a point for Red River. 10-6, Valley City trailing by 4. Red River with the serve. Paige Hyde, the sophomore outside hitter, 5-5, will take it and serve it 10-6. We're in the second set. Coca receives. Pass to Olsen. Back set to Martinick. On the attack, tipped at the net, and she'll get the kill. Abby Martinick with the kill. Highlanders back within 3 at 7-10. So Katie Coca will go back. Martinick will sit down, and Coca goes to serve. Serve on the way by the righty. Johnson, Schindler, or Barker to Schindler. On the attack, Bergeron. Borg, and now they have a net violation on the Highliners. So point back over to the Rough Riders, 11-7. They lead by 4. Lauren Tibbert back serving. The right-hander, high serve on the way, Borg. Olsen set. Far side, say they can't get to it. That'll be a point for the Rough Riders. They take a 12-7 lead. Leading by 5 here in the second set. Serve on the way. Tibbert to the net. Olsen can't pick it out of the net. Point Riders, 13-7. That'll bring Drew Potritz in. She's come in for Meyer and go back row defensively. Tibbert will go back and serve for the Rough Riders, serving 13-7 here in set number 2. At the net, Potritz tipping it and beat the blocker there was Shaw. And a nice tip there, and the tip kill by Drew Potritz picks up the point. 8-13, Highlanders down by 5. And Drew will go back and serve. Serving 8-13. Bergeron, back set, Schindler, Barker on the attack. Coca there on the dig. Potret setting it near side. Sather on the attack, through the block, gets the kill. Abby Sather with the kill. And so the Highliners back within 4 at 9-13. Andrew Potret's back to serve. Bergeron. Schindler's up. Barker, the lefty on the attack. Pass by Borg. Potret set. Sather. Two-hand cross court. Lee. Schindler sets it up. Bergeron on the attack. Blocked at the net. Highliners keep it alive. Potret's to Coca. Here to the near side. Sather gets it over. Free ball here for the Riders. Schindler bump set middle and over by Lee. Back to the Valley City Highliners with Borg. Over to Potret. Set middle. No. Over Sather here to the near side. Free ball for the Riders. Set Schindler to the net. Bergeron tipped there at the net by Olsen and out. That'll be a point for Red River. 14-9. Their lead is at 5 here in the second set. The Highlanders won the first set 25-23. Amber Johnson back to serve. Serving. There's Borg at the net. Potret's beaten to the net by Bergeron. Tipped the ball over. And the point for the Riders makes it 15-9. Serve on the way by Johnson. Coca, pass. Potret's back set. Tipped over by Sather. Now back Johnson into the corner. Here's Potret's near side. Coca near to Sather. She'll get it over. Stays away from the line. At the net. Set Johnson right at the net. Shaw blocked at the net. Lee keeps it alive. Off Bergeron. And it's going the wrong direction. The point for Valley City. 10-15. Highliners trailing by 5 here in the second set. And that'll send Joey Borg back to serve. Serving 10-15. Right-hander sends it over. Lee, Johnson, back set, attack Bergeron. Coca on the dig. Potret's set middle. Thorson on the attack, and Hadley Thorson drills it for the kill. So Thorson will pick up the kill. That makes it 11-15. Highliners down by 4. And serving is Jovi Borg, serving 11-15, Josie Klein serving 11-15. Johnson can't get to the pass from Lee, and it drops in. That'll be an ace for Valley City, and the Highlanders within 3 at 12-15. And Josie Klein back serving. Klein, the right-hander, with the serve. Bergeron to the net is Johnson. She'll set it middle for Shaw on the attack. Tipped at the net. Potretz. Thorson sets it up for Borg. That's going to go off Lee. Back behind. They get it back to the middle and then over. On the point, Lee just got it over. It was going to be a free ball for the Highliners, but it dropped right in front of Klein. And the point for Red River. 16-12. Riders leading by 4 and serving with Brooklyn Bergeron. Bergeron sends it over. Borg. Set middle by Potretz. On the attack, Olsen and the kill. Tessa Olsen with the kill. 13-16. Valley City trailing by 3. Hadley Thorson back to serve. Abby Martinet comes into the front row. So the serve here by Thorson. Into the net. Service error. Side out, point Red River. Riders up 17-13. Allison Kieran Lee back to serve. And Lee serves it near side. Klein to Olsen. Over by Potretz. And now the Riders. Nope, that's going to be 3 hits and out. Point Valley City. 14-17. Highliners again within 3. That'll bring Grace Meyer into the front row. Potretz will sit down. Olsen back to serve. Highlanders 2 running a 6-2 offense. There's a 5-1 earlier on. And then they have now been running 6-2 here as of late with the 2 setters. And Olsen, the other setter, sends it over. Lee hits it off the support of one of the basketball hoops that's hanging up in the ceiling. And it came straight down a little faster than it went up. And it'll be a point for Valley City. 15-17. Highliners trailing by 2. Olsen with the serve. Lee Now back in the middle by Hyde. Over by Wilson. Free ball for the Highliners. Koka. Olsen setting it for Meyer. Grace on the attack and the kill. Grace Meyer with the kill. 16-17. Valley City with 4 in a row have cut the lead down to 1. And Tessa Olsen back serving. Serving 16-17 here in set number 2. Serve hit the top of the net and dropped over by the attack line for the ace by Olsen. We are tied at 17. Jordan Sorensen, the assistant coach, JV coach, arms folded. Not much you can do there when it just hits the top of the net and drops it in. That one went into the net. Service error on Olsen. Point Red River. 18-17. 1 point lead for Red River. That'll bring Schindler back in. She'll go back and serve. Maggie Barker comes in front row for the Riders. Valley City trailing by 1. Here's Olsen. Bump set near side. Meyer on the attack and the kill. Grace Meyer gets the kill. And the point for the Highliners ties things back up at 18. That'll bring Abby Sather back into the front row. Klein will sit down. And Jovi Borg back to serve for Valley City, serving 18-18, over and ace. That went off of Hyde. Wilson couldn't get to it. Point Valley City, 19-18. They lead by 1. Do the Highliners. And Borg with the serve. Lee receives to Schindler. She'll set it up. Off the attack with the left hand was Barker. Another free ball attack there and wide in the middle by Tibbert. That's a point for the Highliners, 20-18. A 7-1 run right now by Valley City to take this 2-point lead. And Jovi Borg back to serve. Served by the right-hander on the way. At the net now, Schindler setting it up. Far side, Barker. Off the dig, Borg, free ball for the Riders. Schindler, backside set, tipped at the net. Barker, point Valley City. 21-18, timeout Grand Forks Red River. Highliners on an 8-1 run to take a 3-point lead, 21-18. We're back with more Highliner volleyball from the Highliner Activity Center here on the Highliner Activity Network. Paul McDonald back with you here at the Hack. Highliners on a 8-1 run to take a 3-point lead, 21-18. We are in the second set, going 3. Regardless of how this set ends up, we will have a third set. Of course, it is senior night tonight. Here's a serve by Olsen. Schindler, bump set, far side, on the attack, Tibbert, to the net. She'll go up the block. Now Barker. Schindler setting it up. Over by Tibbet and out. Wide on the attack. 22-18. The lead is at 4. 9-1 run here by Valley City to take this 4-point lead. Jovi Borg with the serve. Free ball to the net. No. Hit under the net there by Barker. 23-18 Valley City. They just took over here. 10-1 run here for the Highliners in this second set to get to this 5-point lead. Serve on the way. Lee to Schindler. She'll set it up. Tip it over. Now Borg tipped over by Olsen. Right there was Barker to Schindler. On the attack, Hyde. Back to the Highliners. Olsen to the back row. Lee with the pass. Schindler will set it. Hyde runs up. Gets it over. Free ball for the Highliners into the corner by Martinick. Now back to Schindler. Lee will set it near side. Barker attacking for the Riders. Back to Valley City with Borg. Olsen, and they're going to say Tess stepped into the net and over. That'll be a point for Red River. 19-23. Point for the Riders. Trailing by 4. Paige Hyde to serve. Zips that one over. That's going to go off of Klein and way out. Ace there. It is now 23-20. The Highliners lead is down to 3. And the right-hander with the serve. Here's Olsen setting it up. Sather blocked at the net. Tick the block up and over and point. The block came over. Sather got enough of it to get it over the net. And then the Riders hit it under. Point Valley City, 24-20. Set point here for the Valley City Highliners. Jump serve by Coca. On the receive, Wilson, and out on the receive, Lee. Point Valley City. And the Highliners take set number 2, 25-20. And so now they'll get ready for that third set. Again, a third set regardless of the score. We'll be back with that third set. Highliners have the match already wrapped up, leading 2-0 as we get ready for the third set. This is Highliner Volleyball on the Highliner Activity Network.
Oh my gosh, keep trying. Just tell Grandma I want a chicken Alfredo pizza. And then can you bring it to me? Right over here. Let's do something. Oh. Where's my mom?
Bob McDonald back with you here at the Hack. Cameraman Boston Larson, Technical Director Derek Bear on the Highliner Activity Network. Valley City has already clinched this junior varsity match, winning the first 2 sets. But they will do a third set here, as they normally do, regardless of how the first 2 play out, going to 15. Red River will have the serve to get things started. Amber Johnson, the setter, is back to serve for Red River here in set 3. And we are underway. Highliners, Potritz, over by Klein. At the net, Johnson. Johnson will set it up. And Long on the attack there. Point Valley City. 1-0 Highliners. And back there will be Josie Klein. Serving 1-0 in set number 3. Klein with the serve. Here's Lee. Pass. Set Johnson middle. Shaw on the attack, Long. It was tipped at the net by the Highliners, I think off of Hadley Thorson's fingertips. So the point for for the Riders makes it 1-1. Nelson Brooklyn Bergeron back to serve, serving 1-1 in set 3. And the serve by Bergeron on the way. Here's Borg. Potritz back to Jovi, blocked at the net. Johnson from her knees, get the lead. Far side, Bergeron into the net. She's kind of backing up and on her heels. Couldn't get a good attack in. Hit into the net. Attack here, Point Valley City. 2-1 Highliners. Klein back to serve. Well, actually, she was serving, so we have to have a substitution here. Looks like Hayden Becker's coming in. So Hayden will check in. She'll go back and serve. So Becker going back to serve for the Highliners, serving 2-1 here in set 3. Hayden, defensive specialist, junior, with the serve. Hyde, Johnson, set middle. Shaw on the attack for the Riders and in. A kill there for Elizabeth Shaw. Point for the Riders makes it 2-2. And that will bring Maggie Barker into the front row. And back to serve is Lee. The libero sends it into the net. Side out, point Highliners, 3-2 Valley City. And the Highliners will have the serve. And the serve on the way. I know that's not Jaden Nelson because she's a left-hander. And though it's Jaden's number, Jada's number 1 on the JV, but she's a left-handed server. Unless she's ambidextrous, but I've never been told that. But as it is, it's a point for the Riders. We're tied 3-3. And Schindler with the serve. Far side and the ace. Dropped that in front of Becker. So the point for the Riders. Here's a serve on the way. Pass far side. Now Borg over by Martinick. Lee for the Riders. Johnson setting it up. And then over by Hyde. Back to Valley City. Potret set. Borg on the attack. And through the block attempt gets the kill. 4-4 your score. Valley City and Red River tied here in the third set. Sather comes in front row. Back to serve will be Jovi Borg for Valley City. Borg with the serve. Lee receives to the net. Dropped over with the free ball. Abby Martinick right there and dropped it in for the kill. 5-4 Highliners leading by 1. Jovi Borg to serve for Valley City. Serving 5-4. Into the net. Service there. Point. Rough Riders tied 5-5. And now back serving will be Hyde. Paige Hyde back to serve for the Riders. Serving 5-5 in set number 3. Here's Potret setting it up near side. Sather through the block attempt gets the kill. Abby Sather with the kill. And Valley City back up by 1, 6-5. Coca will go back and serve. Hadley Thorson comes in front row for Valley City. Coca to serve. On the way. Lee receives. Pass to Johnson. She'll set it up middle. Barker on the attack. Nice diving dig by Bork over by Potritz. Then Barker, Johnson dropping it over. Right there's Sather. Potritz setting it back up for Abby on the attack. Long on the attack and the point. Attack here. Point Red River. We're tied 6-6. 6-6 is your score. We are in set number 3. And the serve by the left-hander. Parker sends it over. And Potritz near side, cross court. Back to the Riders. Johnson setting it up for Bergeron on the attack. Coca right there on the dig. Now pass by Potritz to say they're dropping it over. Here's Barker. Set Johnson in the middle. Shaw attacking. Blocked at the net. Hadley Thorson right there for the ace block. 7-6. Valley City up by 1 here in set number 3. That'll bring Tessa Olson back in, and she will serve, or pardon me, to the front row. And Drew Potretz back serving for Valley City. There's Johnson setting it middle. Shaw on the attack. Coca on the dig. Now Borg back here near side over by Olson. Free ball for the Riders. Johnson set backside and then tipped over by Schindler, and she'll get the kill. Point Red River. 7-7 is your score. And that'll send Amber Johnson back to serve for Red River. Serving 7-7 here in set number 3. Serve on the way. Free ball to the net. Tipped over by Newell. Off a couple of highliners. Going to call double hit or legal hit. A lift called there on Potritz. A point for Red River. 8-7. Riders back up by 1 with Amber Johnson serving. Johnson serving 8-7 here in the third set. Koka receives. Pass to Potritz. Set middle. Nope. Far side. To the block. Gets the kill. Abby Sather with another kill. And we're tied 8-8. That will bring Josie Klein back in, and she's back to serve. Serving 8-8 here in set number 3. Serve on the way by Klein. Johnson set, backside. On the attack, Bergeron. Koka, Potritz setting it up. Borg flipping it over. Now Johnson, sent by Barker. Over by Bergeron. Back to the highliners. Potritz, Koka, bump set. And into the net by Borg. That'll be 4 hits called against the highliners. 9-8. Red River by 1. And to serve, Brooklyn Bergeron back serving here for Red River. Borg, pass, set. Potritz backside. Tipped over by Thorson, and a net violation called on Hadley. And she knew it too. Tried to sidestep it, couldn't do it. Point to the Riders. They go up 10-8. Here's a serve by Bergeron. Koka. That's going to be a point. Diving on the attempt, Potritz. Point Red River, 11-8. Riders by 3. Brooklyn Bergeron back to serve. Serving 11-8. Potritz to the middle. Over by Olsen. Johnson set middle. Shaw on the attack through the block attempt by Thorson gets the kill. Elizabeth Shaw on the kill. 12-8. Advantage to the Riders. And Bergeron serving. Near side, in. Ace right by the attack line and dropped it in. Ace there by Bergeron. 13-8. And being that the match is already basically decided, Vanessa Koka not deciding to call a timeout. There's a service there. Point for the Highliners. 9-13. They trail by 4. That'll bring Hayden Becker in. She'll go back and serve. Serving 9-13 in set number 3. Again, after a quick wrap of this junior varsity, we're going to shut down the stream and then bring it up again, and we'll have another stream set up for you to watch the senior recognition night tonight. Honoring our 3 seniors. There's 4 hits against the Riders. Point Valley City. 10-13. Highliners down by 3. And Becker back to serve. Hayden, serve on the way. At the net, Johnson tipping it over by the attack line, gets the kill. First time I've seen her try that tonight. 14-10, match point here for the Riders. Kieran Lee, the libero, will come in and serve, serving 14-10 here in set number 3. Served by Lee. Becker. Back set, tipped over actually by Borg. Now Johnson set middle on the attack. Tibbert and Barker and the kill. And Red River will take that third set, 15-10. So again, the Riders win the third set, but Valley City will win the match 2-1. They win 25-23, 25-20, and then 15-10. The Riders taking the third set. That's going to wrap things up. We've got the varsity match coming up here in a little over a half hour. And then, of course, we'll also have the senior recognition. That's coming up next here in just a couple of minutes. The Highliners and the Red River Rough Riders from the Hack on the Highliner Activity Center.